When you're a diehard audiophile, you always want to upgrade your cable. It's like some kind of itch, like when you have a great computer and you just want to invest in a good case and good fans and such. As a music lover, you always, and I mean always, have an itch to upgrade the cable, and it's something that happens to every single audiophile, not just portable or desktop guys. Everyone just wants the best cable they have, and I mean, it makes sense. Usually upgrading the cable means upgrading the component that transfers the signal, and it's kind of natural and a logical conclusion, but some guys really take it to the extreme. So today we are going to focus on a cable, the Astral Acoustics Pulse cable for IEMs, which isn't priced that insanely high. It is priced at $550, which is quite high for even for mid-range IEMs, but for a flagship IEM where you just want to get something that you'll purchase and not really upgrade from, it is going to be interesting. So let's see why. Astral Acoustics is a new company in my review roster, so there is absolutely no reason for me to insist with them, but I liked their cable and I liked the product, so I decided to make a video. For a $550 cable, this is pricey. It is not the most affordable of cables. There are cables around $50 or 100, but 550 is more of a cable for flagships. It comes packaged as one in this little leathery pouch, and here we have the cable. It is a pure copper cable. It has a little cinch separator. It is pretty average in length, but you can actually configure that from their page and you can get it for multiple connectors. The one I have is a 4.4mm balanced connector at the source side and a 2-pin connector at the EM side. Those 2-pin connectors have been compatible with all of my 2-pin based EMs, and I've used it as an upgrade cable to basically most reviews that I made in 2022 towards the end and the beginning of 2023. It's like a quintessential cable for me. One thing that I found about it is that it's comfortable. So here I have the Dita Audio Perpetua, which is an interesting game. It has a better default cable. I mean, it is better constructed and it looks a bit better, but it is not quite as comfortable as the Astral Acoustics Pulse. So this one has some memory effect, which means that it stays like this, while the Astral Acoustics Pulse stays straight even after it has been bended. You can see this in this comparison here. So this is the Dita Audio Perpetua and this is the Astral Acoustics Pulse cable. For me, cables are much more about the ergonomics and about the comfort of using them than they are about the overall sonic quality. This is because the sonic quality between cables is similar. There are some improvements when you upgrade the cable, but usually it is not a huge improvement. So usually you'll see the biggest improvement when you upgrade the EMs or the transducers or the speakers or the headphones, then the amplifier, which tends to have more effect, then the DAC, then accessories like the cable. So there are some differences between cables and some of them can really refine the sound of a product, but they usually aren't going to change it drastically, like not quite as drastic as the DAC or the amp or changing the EM itself. So don't invest in a cable unless you are quite happy with the EMs you have. With the Astral Acoustics Pulse, I really enjoy using it because it's comfortable, it's ergonomic, it doesn't transmit microphonic noise, and it is very convenient. It's like this shape, this ergonomic is perfect for me and for my usage. I even gave it an award in 2022 for being one of the best cables I've tested, even though it wasn't the most expensive or the most pricey cable I reviewed. This is because it is the most ergonomic and most convenient to use. I also like the logo of the company. This little arrow here, it looks pretty cool, and I found it to be convenient to use with most EMs, and that was quite important for me. At $550, you would expect some kind of sonic improvement too, not just a comfort improvement. And I can say that I noticed music being a bit smoother, a bit more powerful in the lows, and a bit less aggressive with this cable. It is not a very coloring cable, it is pretty transparent, which is great because I don't want to purchase a cable that would otherwise dampen the sound that I hear. While in the past I've been a huge advocate of more analytical and brighter tunings, lately I have come to accept that a bassy signature that is enjoyable and easy to listen to is important, because I've been working many late hours and I get quite tired after working an entire day, and I want something that could relax me, something that I can leave in the background and enjoy, or something that I can enjoy actively but which isn't fatiguing to me. And this is where this cable is awesome. It is really relaxing to listen to. It tends to even out the peaks in music, especially harshness. It tends to cancel some of the most shrill sounding treble, and it tends to add some weight and some thickness to bass, all of which I find quite pleasing with most music. So it is pleasing to listen to, and what reason do I have to not enjoy it and to not listen to it if it is pleasing? That's pretty much the thing with it. It's so natural and so comfortable and so ergonomic that you will keep using it. Also, it is well made. With Effect Audio, for example, they made a great cable with their Evo 1 cable. And I liked it, but it was quite colored. It had some kind of grain to it. The sound was quite grainy and it had a specific kind of texture to it, which wasn't quite as natural as the Astral Acoustics Pulse. And with Effect Audio Evo 1, I could see some glue here and there, some not so perfectly matched pieces. And yeah, for an expensive cable, that one was $450. It was not the best experience. While with the Astral Acoustics Pulse, it looks really well made. So you don't see glue in any place. Everything fits together nicely. There are no empty spaces. You can actually unscrew the jack as you can with most cables, and you can see that they did a very neat job. Here is a heat shrinked piece. It just looks good. So that is something to take into account. It is a well-made cable that is supposed to last you quite a while. Now, the company hasn't been around for such a long period of time, so I don't know how well they respond to warranty and to service, but I don't suppose they're going to close soon. They are just launching those and they have more cables coming up, so hopefully I will be reviewing more cables from them. They are quite respectful, they are a good company, and with the quality of construction that I've seen in the Astral Acoustics Pulse, I'm hoping that this one will survive for a long period of time. I brought up the build quality issue because even with some expensive cables, I could see some build quality issues. For example, I still have the Plus Sound Copper Plus, which is a more pricey cable than the Astral Acoustics Pulse, but that one isn't quite as perfectly combined. This one is perfectly combined. This one is like, I don't know, maybe this one is handmade and that one isn't, or the other way around. At any rate, this one has a really pleasing construction quality, and that I think is important for such a pricey cable. You don't want to purchase something so expensive and to have it fall. I don't know if it is yet available on Amazon, but I will be leaving Amazon links in the video description. I will also leave a link to the official website for Astral Acoustics. I hope that you are enjoying your time on Audiophile Heaven. I hope that you will be checking out other videos too. The Astral Acoustics Pulse is a cable that I like. It is a cable that I used with many IEMs, including Unique Melody Mest Mark II, Unique Melody Mixed, Unique Melody Maven Pro, even Dita Audio Perpetua works with it. So this has a detachable 2-pin connector. You take the 2-pin connector from the Astral Acoustics Pulse and it fits together. It doesn't combine quite as nicely. There are some gaps here, but with most IEMs that was not a problem. This is something unique to Dita Audio Perpetua. This one really likes its original cable and was designed to be used with the original cable. But for most other IEMs, especially for IEMs like the Ambient Acoustics MAT 16 and Ambient Acoustics MAT 24, where the default cable wasn't even balanced, the Astral Acoustics Pulse was quite a save for me. At least as a reviewer, I want to always use the same source at about the same quality, so with the same files, so that the differences that I hear and the differences that I describe in my reviews are usually just given by the product itself and not the differences in changes in my test setup. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll keep rocking out there. I hope you had a great time with me. I hope you'll consider subscribing to Audiophile Heaven and so leave a like on this video. Don't forget, you can donate if you have a dime to spare and if you want to help me improve the quality of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope we'll see each other really soon. Bye bye!